Okay, I'll start. Hi everyone, my name is Gabe Villena. If you don't know me, I'm a second-year computer science student, and I'm running for the position of the 2020 to 2021 external vice president. Although this is my second year on campus, it's actually my first year on Fusion, as I wasn't open to a lot of clubs. I mean, although I was in Cabo my first year and experienced the joys of a cultural club, I really mostly kept to myself in the grand scheme of things because I wasn't very outgoing. But however, as I began to get comfortable in the college setting, I started getting comfortable to open myself up to more people. Sorry. And even open myself to more members of Kaba. And this all culminated in breaking out of my shell my second year and doing something I never thought of doing. I walked into a Fusion General meeting on my own and just started talking to people. And thank goodness for the club for being so welcoming that it really helped. And that day I really found something interesting about myself, was that when I approach people, I prefer to learn about the other person first and adapt to how I talk to make them more comfortable. And that is something I want to provide to this position as I act as a direct connection to other organizations, the ability to listen and adapt. And while I know it's important for an EVP to be authoritative with their agenda, I also believe it's important to maintain a friendly image towards other organizations so they're encouraged to respond back. So my plan is to get closer to the other boards on a more friendly level. I plan to go to other meetings as I've been accustomed to in the past, listen to how their club runs, and do my best to get involved in order to stand out to the board. And hopefully from there, using my experience as a Fusion intern as well as a discussion leader at my local church, I can start conversations with them like they're just another friend, talking about common interests, and slowly lean towards club talks that I learned from board. And I hope to continue communication with them, and if they enjoyed my company, they'll give back to Fusion. I say this because I believe a big problem we are facing is that we are disconnected from other organizations. Now, I don't mean we don't communicate, we just aren't on the same wavelength. Being an intern gave me the privilege to witness the highs and the lows of this amazing board this year. But one of the main issues I saw was we came to a lot of misunderstandings when it came to collabs or other general activities involving other organizations. I don't want that relationship of treating other organizations as another agenda to fill, but I want to truly see them as friends, as well as them seeing us the same way. Going along those same lines of connecting, I also plan to extend our club through doing more community service activities. Although Fusion does have a lot of events throughout the week, I feel that most events stay within the club. What I mean is that for an outsider, you don't know this club exists outside the general meetings. And I think this club's energy and amazing family setting that made me stay here deserve to be more recognized a lot more. So I think the club could use some days to give back to the community and do things that could get the attention of the public. These events could be simple as teaching local school districts or hosting simple engineering demos around the Irvine area. I believe this will intrigue a lot more people as to what we do in the club, or at least get the word about the club around. Hopefully, I hope the plan to make Fusion stand out and be that friendly face that I experienced this year. And that is my platform.
Okay, thank you. Round of applause. We'll open it up to questions now.
I have a question.
Okay.
Hi, Ayana, she, her, hers. So Gabe, it sounds like you're very much involved with the spaces around you, with being in Fusion, with being in Kaba, being a leader in your local church. It sounds to me that you are very much involved and do have the abilities and capabilities of connecting with others. But my question to you is, how are you going to be able to make sure that you don't spread yourself out too thin and ensure that you don't burn yourself out in trying to make all of these programs that you want to achieve work well as IVP?
Okay. Good question. I'll mainly prioritize Fusion above all. I'll try to go to as many clubs as I could in order to stay involved, but the clubs, I want to prioritize being involved in a club before spreading my name out, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's just a few clubs, but we're closely connected, I feel like that's a better idea than being kind of known around a lot of people, a lot of clubs, but not really getting the attention or respect we deserve as an organization. So to answer your question, I'm going to prioritize getting involved over spreading myself out, becoming wearing thin and burning out.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, I have a question. I'm Sammy.
Hello, Sam.
My question is, so as an intern this year, what do you feel like was one of the biggest maybe experiences as an intern that you feel like most prepared you for this role?
I would probably say being able to run meetings and such, if that makes sense. Being able to, intern week, all that stuff, it gave me really the confidence to understand how I present myself to others and in a way how others view me. So in that sense, I'm able to adapt in a way that makes people listen to me, or not listen to me, but like enjoy what I'm talking about. Yeah, to keep it.
Hello, I have a question. Hi,
Hello.
it's Richard. So from the ideas you
Richard.
mentioned, a lot of it seems to be leaning towards making Fusion known to other clubs or other people within UCI and the community in general. Do you expect that that would attract more members to join Fusion? And if so, do you expect any of our internal programs to kind of fit to change to fit with those increased members possibly?
I definitely think that my approach will attract new members because I'll be pretty much integrated in the clubs I'm going to attempt my best to try to join. I could talk to a lot of members that way. And after, becoming friends with them, I could mention that, hey, we have a club. I'm part of another club called Fusion. So I think judging by hopefully that, they enjoy my company, that they'll be intrigued to check out the clubs, or sorry, to check out Fusion. And in terms of the internal programs, of course, I'll have to communicate further with how that's going to adapt to other clubs because, of course, not everyone's Filipino engineer. So I'll of course bring it up to board if that ever happens, but I'll try my best to hear other people out, hear what they have to say if they do decide to join, and see how our internal programs will best fit them.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I have a question, Drickless Jimenez. He, him is.
Yep.
So as EVP, I can tell you that time is really finite. What kind of community service will you focus on, and how would you incorporate them upon all these internal programs that Fusion does have?
Judging by this being my first year and understanding the role of EVP, I saw that our community service was unfortunately lacking. So my plan to incorporate, of course, all the time management of all the other events of my own personal time is, like I said, to start small. Like just doing demos that are specific around this general area, so it's not too much of a hassle for students. I could give them rides and we could just, get the word out what Fusion is doing in order to take those baby steps to becoming a larger outreach organization. Yeah, hopefully that answered it. If you need any more clarification, just let me know.